It was a few days after I took office that I assembled a group of business leaders, including Jeff, to form a new advisory board, because at that time the economy was in a free fall, and we were facing the prospects of another Great Depression with ripple effects all around the world. It wasn't just the United States. The entire world economy was contracting. And at such a dangerous moment, it was essential that we heard voices and ideas from business leaders and from experts who weren't part of the usual Washington crowd. And I tasked Jeff and the other advisors with one mission: help to steer our nation from deep recession into recovery. Help take the economy from one that's shrinking to one that's growing. And over the past 2 years, I've been very grateful for their advice. And I especially want to commend the man who chaired the panel, one of the nation's preeminent economists, the former head of the Federal Reserve, Paul Volcker, because he offered unvarnished advice and he wasn't afraid to counter the conventional wisdom. He did a great service to this country. In fact, it was 6 months ago today that I signed into law a set of financial reforms to protect consumers and prevent future financial crises and put an end to taxpayer-funded bailouts, and that's an achievement in which Paul Volcker was instrumental. So we're very proud of him for that work. Now, 2 years later, though, we're in a different place, in part because of the economic plan that my recovery board helped shape. The economy is now growing again. Over the last year, businesses have added more than 1 million jobs. The pace of hiring and growth is picking up, and that's encouraging news. But at the same time, while businesses are adding jobs, millions of people are still out there looking for work. And even here in Schenectady, as well as GE's doing, I know everybody here knows a neighbor, a friend, a relative who's still out of work. So it's a great thing that the economy is growing, but it's not growing fast enough yet to make up for the damage that was done by the recession. The past 2 years were about pulling our economy back from the brink. The next 2 years, our job now is putting our economy into overdrive. Our job is to do everything we can to ensure that businesses can take root and folks can find good jobs, and America is leading the global competition that will determine our success in the 21st century. And so now, to help fulfill this new mission, I'm assembling a new group of business leaders and outside advisors. And I am so proud and pleased that Jeff has agreed to chair this panel, my Council on Jobs and Competitiveness, because we think GE has something to teach businesses all across America. Now, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to brag about your boss for a second here. Jeff's somebody who brings a wealth of experience to the table. He is one of the nation's most respected and admired business leaders, and that's a reputation he earned over 10 years at the helm of this company. In the coming days, we'll be announcing the business leaders, the labor leaders, the economists, and others who will join with Jeff to help guide us into that overdrive mode. I know this council will be an important asset as we seek to do everything we can to spur hiring and ensure our nation can compete with anybody on the planet. That means spurring innovation in growing industries like clean energy manufacturing, the kind of stuff that's being done right here at this plant. Ensuring our economy isn't held back by crumbling roads and broken down infrastructure. It means educating and training our people. You know, I just had a chance to meet one of the guys here at the plant who had been trained at Hudson Valley, which I had an opportunity to visit a while back. And that's an example of the kind of partnerships that we've got to duplicate all across the country. Schenectady offers that kind of example. You know, Hudson Valley Community College created a program so students could earn a paycheck and have their tuition covered while training for jobs at this plant. That's helping folks find good work. It's helping GE fill high-skill positions. It's making this whole region more competitive. So ultimately, winning this global competition comes down to living up to the promise of places like this. Here in Schenectady, you're heirs to a great tradition of innovation and enterprise. The pioneering work of Edison that made the entire modern age possible. The tungsten filaments that still light our homes. The X-rays that diagnose disease. Now the advanced batteries and renewable energy sources that hold so much promise for the future. In these pioneering efforts, we see what America is all about. We see what has in our past allowed us to not only weather rough storms, but reach brighter days. And it's got to remind us that we've got those same strengths. This is America. We still have that spirit of innovation and that sense of optimism, that belief that if we work hard and we give it our all, then anything is possible in this country. The future belongs to us. And you at this plant, you are showing us the way forward. So thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.